Now for an elite coach of that stature, ideally he should have coached the Indian cricket team. That was a natural progression. But in his coaching centers, he used to have a very stark contrast of the people who used to go. On one side, he used to coach the young budding cricketers, first class or second class kids who have just picked up the bat. That is the first time they are getting introduced to the cricket. And on the other extreme of the spectrum, you have established cricketers who have already, some of the cricketers either they were playing already Ranji or they already played for India. To handle both, and you cannot handle both obviously the same way, and you need to be a genius to do that. So I've written extensively on that. The thing is, this is what many cricketers have told, and I myself have observed. Beg Sahab used to tell you only what is required.
Not more,
not more, not less, because there is only a limited amount of information that you can grasp. For him, making a cricketer is a process. You need to be groomed into that. Like, Beg Sahab used to fondly tell that like you have curriculum in education, no? You LKG, UKG, first class, second class. Only after you pass the previous class, you can graduate into the next level. Game of cricket is also the same way. A young kid who is coming with a cricket bat needs to be taught basics. Needs to be taught basics in a way he understands. Every kid is different. He used to take that kind of effort. Each kid he used to take individual effort, he used to analyze. And there is one very important aspect to this, that and many cricketers also have told me this very unique thing about Beg Sahab, that suppose, see, the kid is naturally talented in a particular shot. It could be cricket or same is applicable to other games also. You थोड़े चीज़ आप naturally कर सकते हो, बहुत अच्छे खेल सकते हो, front foot हो या back foot हो. Some things come naturally to you for Sehwag. For whatever reason, that's how you are built. There are some things you are not good at. The way Beg Sir used to approach this problem is he would not focus initially on your weaknesses. पहले वो अपने strengths के ऊपर काम करेंगे. He will make you confident. He used to he used to first observe. Firstly, you need to be a genius to find out that what are you good at, and then he used to groom you on that. The moment you work on your positives, the kid automatically develops such level of confidence. अपने आप उसमें confidence आया तो he starts feeling cricket in him. And that doesn't mean that he will not focus on your weaknesses, but then that also he used to do very subtly. He will never point out that you are weak at this, because Beg Sahab used to always tell that these things play on your mind. The moment once it enters, it's very difficult to take it out. He used to make you do some small drills, small kinds of exercises, small sessions. People who are looking at it from the outside will not understand what is happening. Why is he? There were days when established cricketers as well as kids, he used to make them play with a tennis ball, or a young boy used to bowl to a cricketer. Now, he had a peculiar way of working on your weaknesses, and then the moment he knew that, he will know, he is looking at you, a particular shot when you play, he knows that you're through that, and he will not point it out कि तुम्हारे पे गलती था और मैंने correct किया, अब ठीक हो गया. He'll not do that. That's a way of subtly, there's a subtle way of correcting mistakes, and then you're through. In one of the interviews I've written, VVS Lakshmanji, he has pointed out this, that it's like, going to Beg Sahab was like, he was a super specialist.
Specialist doctor.
In medical field, we have regular doctor, then thereafter they do their MD or MS, and then they do their super specialty. He was like that in cricket. So coming back to that, as I explained to you, the way he used to train the kids. Similarly, on training the cricketers also, see, once you played for India or at a certain level, you don't need to know the basics. You know the basics well, that's why you are there. What you want is, if you don't perform or if you are not in form, you need a coach, a reliable coach who can correct your mistakes. There may be sometimes there is no mistake actually. It's not that they are not doing any, it's not that there is any mistake with the technique. It's probably the way they are approaching the game as a whole. For that, you need to have a very evolved coach. See, some cricketer, for example, is not performing. He is not able to score runs. If they have approached Beg Sahab, he first the way he approaches is first, okay, ठीक है, pad up करो, he'll make them play after some time in the nets. There are 100 things he can change in that cricketer. You can always tell your grip is not proper. You can always tell that your stance is not okay, or your, you know, the way you're moving the feet, the way you're, the speed at which you're bringing down the bat. There are 100 things that can go wrong. But there were many instances where Beg Saab, you know, just he used to talk it out to people. It's very subtly, subtle instructions, without even they themselves knowing the performance already has improved. So a bit small drill here, you know, just I've told you that, you know, with the tennis ball he used to make them play. That kind of very subtle adjustments he used to do, and used to pass on that kinds of instructions without they themselves noticing it. Vivek Lakshan himself was a witness to that. And then your performance improved remarkably. So you need a thorough understanding. This might look very simple, but then handling a test cricketer and cricketers themselves with the kind of competition they have, they are putting their entire life in your hands. So you need to be of that caliber to be able to handle a cricketer's life. You can end up ruining their career, right? So imagine the stark contrast that you are handling a young kid who was first time starting his game, and then you are handling a cricketer. So that is the level of genius M.R. Beg Saab was.